If you're a pet owner and you want to either spruce up the smell of your home or potentially even hide the fact from your landlord that you have pets, which I don't recommend you do, but if you follow these 7 steps to a T, I can guarantee you that you could conceal from pretty much anybody the fact that you have cats or dogs. Now, when we moved into the house that we're currently living in, we put our litter box in the garage. And although we've always done this, for whatever reason, we noticed that even after freshly changing their litter, the smell was there. Like after day 1, it was lingering. And the fact that my husband worked out in the garage did not help at all. So I asked on my Instagram, I asked the opinions of my friends to see if they could recommend something about the litter smell. And the first thing that was recommended to me was the litter box. I was recommended this litter box right here, which has a flap that opens up, also goes up if you want it all the way open, or you can lower it and it only flaps open when the cat goes in and out. The top portion of the litter box also is able to be removed. So when you are changing the litter box, it's super easy, super fast, and nothing kind of gets in the way. And the fact that this litter box has a dome really helps with the smell. And I love the size of it. We have 2 cats and they have 0 issue going in and out. The majority of the time, we just have the flap completely down and closed, and just doing this alone has eliminated so much of the cat odor. Now, the second thing that we did that made a huge difference kind of goes along with the litter box. We changed out the type of cat litter. I also did a poll on my Instagram and I got various different results, from using pellets to walnut like shells to just different kind of clumping and non-clumping litters. But the one that really stuck out to me was the one that says either 10-day or 14-day odor control. They actually came out with one that has 15-day odor control, but this particular line of cat litter has been a game changer. Anything that says 10, 14, or 15-day litter control is a concentrated carbon litter, so it's able to soak up a lot of that ammonia, that urine, the poo-poo smell, and this litter has been absolutely game-changing. Now, when we moved into this house, the previous tenants had cats, and the reason we know this is because as soon as you open the door, no matter how much I cleaned in here, I could always smell cats. I resolved the issue of the smell of our cats, but we still had the lingering smell within the walls of this home from the previous tenants and their cats. So I've always been very skeptical about air purifiers. So I did a ton of research. To me, air purifiers, they were something that I was like, okay, well, they suction in some air and it's like a fan and it blows some air out. When I tell you the difference that it made. So I purchased the Levoit air purifier. It's one for a large area, and 2 days after running it 24/7, we opened up our door one day after we had left for a couple of hours, and there was 0 smell. There was no smell of cat, no smell of dog, no smell of cooking, like no odor was present in the home. And then as you can see, we've used it for about 4 to 5 months. It's time to get a new filter, but look at this filter. This air purifier was able to basically suction in pet hair, dust, impurities in the air. And if you live in an area where it's really smoky, like here at the end of the summer, early fall, we get forest fires and smoke kind of billows in and takes over the area. This has been a game changer to make sure that in the home you are getting continuous airflow that is clean. Now, the other thing that works amazingly well and is a super easy, quick, and pretty inexpensive fix is having plants that are purifying the air. So plants like snake plants are amazing. There are studies that show that a single snake plant is able to purify a medium-sized room. So I have one in my living room. I have various other plants throughout my home. They're actually functional, they're beautiful to look at, and actually serve a purpose in cleaning your home. This next purchase that I made because we were moving into a home that is mostly carpeted. I've never lived in a home that was all carpeted essentially, and because we were not the first people to live in it, I wanted to make sure that we clean the carpets. If you're living in a home that is mostly carpeted and has upholstery such as couches, curtains, things like that, upholstery is the #1 thing to hold odor. So I bought this very inexpensive carpet cleaning machine, and let me tell you the difference that it makes in the odor of your home. The previous tenants who lived here owned a German Shepherd, and when I moved in, I vacuumed so thoroughly, but then when I started to use this carpet washing machine, the amount of dog hair that it was just lifting out from like the depths of the carpet was insane. Again, I had vacuumed several times, I made sure it was clean, but because this brush combined with hot water, the detergent, and these rollers, I mean, it was just digging out the dog hair out of here. So if you make it a point in your home that every 6 months you're going to wash your carpets, this is super easy, super inexpensive, because the solutions are quite inexpensive to buy with this brand, and you don't have to hire anyone to do it. It's almost like, I almost use it as like a vacuum. So once every 6 months, I'll pick a day when the kids are out of the house. I'll move some furniture around and I will just use it like a vacuum with a back and forth motion. We let it dry. We come back several hours later and you can just like smell the freshness in the home. Now, another thing that I want to mention about upholstery. So I also use my Bissell Pro Clean upholstery machine. It's a little bit different than the little green viral spot cleaning machine, and I prefer the one that I have more because the handle is wider and I'm able to cover more area quicker, and I feel like the suction is a little bit better. So pretty much the same thing. Anything that is upholstered will hold odor. It'll hold scent, whether it's cooking, like I said, pet odor, especially kids, it's going to hold all that in. So on a day that I'm going to clean my carpet, a lot of times I'll set aside the same time to just go over my couches. Even if they're not visibly dirty, they're still holding an odor. So this machine has been great for me to just literally go and vacuum or spot clean, essentially deodorize anything with upholstery in my home. Makes such a huge difference in the smell of these items. Now, one more thing that I end up using religiously in my home is a diffuser with essential oils, but please be careful and make sure that you're using essential oils that are safe for pets. There is a whole list of essential oils that is not allowed to be used with pets because it is not safe for them to breathe that in. But an essential oil diffuser has been monumental in keeping our air smelling amazing and fresh and more natural. I prefer not to use things like Febreze, what else is out there, like Airwick, you know, whatever, the room deodorizers. I prefer not to use those. To me personally, they're kind of irritating and give me headaches. So I've been using an essential oil diffuser every day pretty much, and I'll put in a few drops of my favorite essential oil and we'll just run that. So using these like 7 to 8 combinations every single day, I can pretty much confidently tell you that my house does not smell like pets. When someone comes in, I'm not worried that they're going to smell cats or previous tenant odors. Now my kids, I can't guarantee that because kids are kids. Well, that's a whole different video, a whole different story. But using these tips, techniques, and products has been such a game changer in making sure that I pretty much, if I want to conceal it, I'm going to conceal the fact that I have cats in my home. Whether you're going to conceal it from your landlord, good luck to you. Let me know if it works for you. I hope this video is helpful. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I will see you guys in my next one.